Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Saika and you are watching Alive with Motorcycling. Today I'll be talking about my action camera, SG6 Legend. I have used it extensively in all my rides in 2018 and 19, be it Gurudongma Lake, Bhutan, Western Ghats and many other places. So here comes the long-term review of this camera. Nowadays many people take this as a GoPro killer because it has more or less all the features a GoPro has to offer. But after the invent of GoPro Hero 8 in 2019, even though it is a featureless camera, but can it be compared with GoPros? Today in this video, we will find out.
Now let's take a look at the camera itself. Right now I am using a skeleton mount for the ease of using the external mic attached to my helmet. This has a dedicated memory card slot and I have put a 64GB memory card. This camera can support up to 120GB of storage. Now let's take the camera out of the skeleton mount. On the first look, the camera looks premium and the build quality is really sturdy. There is no plasticky feel about the camera as the body is engraved by a rubberized material. Here comes the waterproof mount, which is my absolute favorite. I use it in the rain or getting some underwater shots. This is how you open the clamp and put the camera inside and lock it. Now the camera is also water sealed. I use this particular clip to mount it on my helmet and need just one screw to get the work done. After switching it on, the front screen shows few details like resolution it is shooting in, record time, battery and amount of recording time left in the memory card. It has a dual 2-inch LCD touchscreen and a small front screen. This LED indicator comes in handy when I am on the motorcycle and get a glimpse of it in the rear view mirror. SG6 has a sophisticated look and feels great to hold. Another feature of this camera is it has in-body stabilization and the footage does not at all come shaky. The hand sign on the top right corner turns blue every time the gyroscope is working internally to stabilize the video. It can be seen from the screen that it is blinking every time I move the camera. There is also an option to mount it to a tripod which is placed in the lower left side of the body. Now let's dig little deeper and check the menu. There are a myriad of options in respect of video and photographs. There is video, time-lapse, slow-mo, still photography, which I never used, underwater and also a dash cam. If we go to the settings and scroll into the resolution, we see a number of resolutions. This camera is capable of shooting in 4K at 24fps, 2K at 30fps, 1080p at 60, 50 and 30fps and so on and so forth. Slow-mo is generally recorded through VGA at 24fps, which I don't recommend using. There are other setting options and there are tons of options at your disposal, and it will be an hour-long video if I talk about each and every one of them. This camera also has Wi-Fi and files can be transferred to the phone through an app which you can download from the Play Store. And that's a big thumbs up from me.
You have seen some of the footages I have shot through this camera. Now let's see how it performs outside in daylight conditions. It is not a bright sunny day and the condition is little overcast. I am using the onboard mic to record the audio, so you be the judge of that. Now as I walk, the stabilization has started internally to stabilize the video. As I said, it is a featureless camera in under 10K. Now the display in front screen is quite visible, as I can see the resolution it is shooting in, the amount of recording time left, and the battery. Talking about the battery, this battery gives me around 1 hour of record time, which I feel is decent. Now this is a wide angle camera, field of view is also quite wide. One also might use this as a vlogging camera. So is it time for the verdict? Can this camera, which is around 10K, can outshine the performance of a GoPro, which comes at around 37 to 38K? My answer would be a big no. I mean, it is a great camera considering the price point, and even after 2.5 years, it is not just running but also delivering the same level of performance. But you have to understand that GoPros are of different league and they are of epitome of action cameras. If someone's budget is constrained, then they can go for this camera hands down. But if you can afford a GoPro, then you should definitely go for it. Signing off, peace.